This is game number 3. We got so far our lobby leaders are SwiftPanther with 100 health and a win streak. Frolic is doing alright. Frolic here has a interesting scrappy bench. Obviously, as we've noticed in the last games, a pattern that scrappies seem to be very strong, right? So a lot of players are gonna either play into scrappies right away from the start, or they're gonna keep them on their bench, try to curve into them one way or another. PoutyPanda here looks like he's playing for a loss streak with some assassins, but nope, there's also scrappies on the bench there. Abnecide's got a Razor 2-star, but also has scrappies, so pretty much scrappies all around. Martini, on the other hand, here does have some knights and a pair of Queen of Pains that he might play into, and he's doing okay for himself. Chris gonna go for that Legion Commander once again, huh? This time he's got a very early Legion 2-star with a CK. He's got insects to pair with that, but now he's got 2 snipers in the shop. My god, this is like the scrappy wet dream right here. Double snipers on round 6 in the shop. How is he gonna find eco? Is he gonna sell the Omni Knight or the IO here for gold? And he doesn't. Very surprising. A lot of players here would have 100% sold either the IO, most likely the IO for like just to hit the 20 gold interest there. But it looks like Chris is deciding to keep the IO. Not a very popular unit either. So let's see where that's gonna take him in this game. Do you know how I can throw Limia? Now he took the 2 sniperinos. Let's see what's gonna happen there. He's gonna get a draw with Alfredo bot drawing with Chris. No surprise there. That's the Coomer status. If he was a Muga, he would have actually won that round. PoutyPanda easily moving his way into scrappies. He's got one of each pretty much. He's missing the Weaver, probably the most important one in the early game. Don't look at my board for a while. Okay. Abnecide here. We said he had the Razor. He's just trying to, eco up as much as he can. He didn't even level. Trying to chill out, see what he can get. Got that nice juicy Razor in the early game, doing a lot of damage actually, surprisingly. With that Kaya. Very nice for him. Is he gonna get one more? Nope, not another plasma. Another plasma off there might have actually killed off. It would have definitely killed off the Witch Doctor. I'm not sure about the Tinker though. SwiftPanther. Wow, this is the board that he's win streaking with right now. Just a pair of some Witch Doctors. Sorry, not Witch Doctors. Some Trolls and then like a Weaver Nyx, doing him some good service. Now he's found a Sniper and a Timber in the shop. He's thinking about those Vipers that carried him in the last game. But you can't always 3-star a Viper every single game. It's not it's not possible to 3-star the same units every game. Unless your name is Montroller. Then you can definitely 3-star your units every game. And there it is. He's gonna level up, get that sniper in there. Gonna easily snipe off the Nyx assassin. Good round for SwiftPanther. His streak is completed. Now he's on a massive lead in terms of net worth. Like, this is actually just no contest there. Frolic is slowly creeping up. He's gotta still win 2 more rounds though to be able to catch up to SwiftPanther's win streak. Martini. So Martini actually completely scrapped the idea of going for scrappies there. Going for knights. We saw like knights and like some Queen of Pains, and all of a sudden Martini is just straight up in scrappies with Brute 2-star now. So that turned real quick. That's all I'm gonna say. That was really fast in terms of like how quickly that build switched. He probably got a bunch of scrappies in a pack, and then he's like, okay, well, I didn't play scrappies last game. I didn't win, so maybe it's time to go Scrappies anyway. And here it is. A Brute 2-star to boot. Abnecide. After hard ecoing, he went straight to level 6. This is a really interesting play that Abnecide is doing. I haven't seen this at all, where like he stayed on 3 for a long time, he skipped 5, and then he went straight to 6. And Martini actually gonna go with an Essex. No. No. That's interesting. Hold on. Maybe he's actually planning something different. What if Martini's plan here is to not actually play Scrappies, bait everyone to think he's playing Scrappies, and then he's gonna play something else? Because why else would somebody take an Essex in Scrappies? Abnecide just got... Oh no, Abnecide got Jewel. Disaster for Abnecide. Abnecide has been doing so well these past games, and now he's gonna go ahead and misclick a Jewel on his Underlord too. Nexus here is... Oh, we have ourselves a Mage game. Mage Gamer up in here on Nexus, but he's not having a very good start since the Storm is only paired up. Doesn't have the 2-star Storm. Has a paired up Earth Spirit as well. No Ember, so this could potentially be some kind of like a Spirit Mage game, or he might just go 6 mages without spirits since he also has a pair of axes and he's going for brutes. Now most of the time, like, we see people try to roll a bit on 4 just to get the Storm early so you don't lose too much HP, but it seems like he's not going to be able to get that. Now he's got a paired up CM. Let's take the reroll. Oh, there's the Storm. He's so good now. He's so good now. He's got the 2-star Axe, Ogre, and the Storm to go with it. And that's good. That's really good. I mean, I would take out this Earth Spirit for something else, 100%. Like, what's the point of having Earth Spirit when you already have Axe and Ogre 2-star, right? Those are your tanks. So you might as well put in another unit that does damage, like a mage. Another mage. Essex is good versus Deadeye board. Yeah, but you're gonna lose like the next 10 rounds though, without demons on your board. Like, an Essex is good because you play it with demons, right? Dude, I have a sick idea. Like, you know how you buff warriors? You need to like make a Joel like give warriors some kind of a extra buff, right? That would be pretty cool. Oh, sorry. I didn't look. Don't worry, I didn't look. I know you told me not to look. I didn't look. All right. Like how, you know, like an Essex gives demons bonus, right? If like, or Joe should just be a warrior pretty much or something. Something like that would be pretty cool. Do you guys remember when an Essex had the Brill Bruiser, and the Brill Bruiser was a warrior, and you played warriors just because the Brill Bruiser being a warrior with an Essex? That was super cool. I love that. Right now, an Essex is the archer is actually an archer. So, is a hunter. Sorry. So like this demon archer should technically be getting hunter bonuses, right? But it doesn't show here. But it actually does get hunter bonus. I'm pretty sure of that. You didn't know that? Yeah, because you don't get an Essex in your hunters normally. But I'm fairly certain that it does still have hunter bonus. Like it receives hunter bonus. Because the last time I was playing hunters with an Essex, the archer was like hitting super fast. Like it was sending out like 2 hits. Yeah, someone can test that if you want to, just to make sure. So Frolic here went to level 7, has Weaver 2-star. I'm surprised he's got the Desolator not on the Weaver, because like that's pretty much one of the best items for Weaver. Unless he has kills, then you're gonna want to put the pike on him because he hits a lot and very fast. But he's got a clock 1 with the death, so it's not really, you know, that helpful for him, obviously. But he might have just finished the Weaver and he just forgot to switch out his items. But yeah, PoutyPanda here doing super good with his Assassin Scrappy board right now. He's able to beat Frolic's win streak, which is really nice for the entire game. Like all the players in the game, because you don't want anybody else to be win streaking, obviously. So that's gonna be nice that he puts an end to that. So I'm kind of interested to see what PoutyPanda's idea is here. He only has like singles of his Scrappies, and maybe he might just play Assassins anyway. Now he's got double Dragon Knights. Now, those are really good in Assassin builds as well. So there could be a chance I can just buy those, save some gold, and see where it takes him from there. Oh, I can't look at the bar, sorry guys. Alright, let's see. Nexus. Oh, and all of a sudden, Nexus with 2 Storm 2 stars. Holy smokes. Nexus is he's got that big boss rolls going. I didn't know that big boss 3-star rolls work also in private lobbies. But that's pretty cool. Game 1, he got the Quap 3-star and the Nyx 3-star at a really fast timing, and now he's got double Storm 2s. He's on his way to another 3-star if he doesn't play Spirits. If he plays 6 mages, Storm 3 is amazing. Especially, like, if you get Morph 3-star and Storm 3-star, that's like auto win. Auto win, like, area, you know? But, you gotta get both of them, pretty much. But if he plays for Spirits, he's not gonna want a 3-star Storm. He's gonna want to have, like, 2 Storm 2s and 2 1-star Storms with just a bunch of Spirits, pretty much. Like, that's like the most ideal, the best Storm board you can have. My legend will continue to grow. What do you mean it's never been a hunter? It's been a hunter before. See, that's how I know not to believe what you're saying. Because, like, it was a hunter before. And Bro Bruiser was a warrior. Right? They both had 1 alliance each. Did they not? Was it not a warrior and a hunter? Sorry. I just tested it. Okay, that's fine. No, that's what you were trying to say, right? Like, it was not working now. Yeah, okay, makes sense. But it was working, like, it was a hunter before, right? Had demon. Alright, whatever. It's been so long that it doesn't even matter at this point, to be honest. But that's good to know that it is not working. Because the other day, when we were playing, maybe it was like last month actually. I don't even remember when was the last time we were playing an Essex anymore, because Eno has been in the game for so long that we just play Eno. But yeah, the Archer was hitting super fast. Yeah, it also had a talent where it can hit multiple times. That was true too. It had a talent where you can choose it. Also hit multiple times.
Shouldn't take long.
So SwiftPanther, another win streak here. He's gonna most definitely lose this fight against Chris here. That Demon Weaver is going to annihilate his board, unfortunately. Or SwiftPanther, he's not gonna be able to maintain that win streak at all. And PoutyPanda, let's take a look here again. He actually completed a Lycan 2-star, so it looks like he's gonna hard commit into Scrappy's here. But the thing is, he doesn't have Sanking to make Savage bonus for his Lycan though. So Nexus with his mages, it looks like he wants to play into spirits, but he doesn't have that Ember 2 yet, so his spirits are not like super stable at the moment. But actually, if you would just play another storm instead of like say the like Axe or Crystal Maiden here, or even Ogre Magi, like you can just take the Ogre out for the storm. He could just use the 3 storms to always make spirit synergy, right? Like it would always be popping off, and the spirits are not easy to kill. Like this 3rd storm spirit 1-star, it's not going to be easy to kill. I mean, you can even give it a Vanguard if you need it, just to get that extra HP. Oh, he took out the Ogre for the storm, so let's see how this fight goes next round. It's always so interesting to watch. Excuse me. It's always so interesting to watch like spirit boards. Like most spirit players, they tend to like put their units, like they never put any units in the first row just so that like the enemy units can like move out, so the spirits can hit more towards the middle of the map, obviously. And it looks like he's doing all right. I mean, look at these 3 storms. He's just like non-stop creating triangles. It's actually pretty hilarious. And the friendly fire with the mages is also doing a lot of damage. Look at these 3 storms. The storm 1-star was the one who did the most amount of damage. Can you believe that? That just doesn't make any sense at all. And pulling this Earth Spirit back 1 square kind of makes sense, so like the enemy units can like move out from like the backline, because right now all the backline units are just gonna stand there still and hit the Earth Spirit, right? So yeah. So look at Martini here. He's got Tinker 2-star with the Midas. You know what? His board is pretty strong because he's got Alk 2 and he's got Brood, and he's going for a Brood 3-star. Oh wow. Brood 3 is actually a pretty strong unit, but he needs a good item too though to have. Basher is actually not a bad item on Broodmother because he hits really fast. And he's gonna be able to live quite long with the Scrappy bonus, and he does quite a bit of damage too. But yeah, I mean, like, he is going for the Brute 3. That means he's gonna be a bit slow getting to level 9. Level 9 and, like having gold to finish his Gyrocopter and stuff. But if he gets the Brute 3-star, that's gonna be a big reward for Martini. But right now, he's losing a lot of health. I feel like, yeah. He just needs to get that already. So Nexus, he's just cruising through with the spirits. Got some interesting items here. He's gonna go with a Silver Edge. Wow, okay. Interesting. Normally you see like mage players take Barricade. They don't really like think these items are that good. I'd probably even put the Silver Edge on the Storm 1 so it doesn't die super fast. So it can like live longer or whatever. Cause like normally you see like Barricade on Caudle, cause like then he can just like stay in this area and just blast, and then the Deadeye also doesn't hit the Caudle. It will have to hit the Barricade first, so you have like more time for your Caudle to charge mana and stuff. And Chris gonna find a Vladimir's on round 20. That's actually insane. Okay, I think I can look at your board now, right, Chris? So Chris here is gonna play Hunters instead of Trolls with his Legion Commander. Wow, so he's got the Lycan, he's got the Sniper and the Weaver with Insects here, playing with his Hunters, and he's got the Shadow Fiend to give him Demon bonus and Warlocks. It doesn't look like that Legion is like doing a whole lot of damage right now. He does have Enthrall though, and this Enthrall like with the Shadow Fiend should do a little bit more. Obviously, like without contract, Legion normally doesn't do as much damage as you normally expect, but I feel like on Chris's board he has so many carries, right? He's got Hunters, he's got Shadow Fiend, he's got like the Legion Commander, so he's got a bunch of carries that can work for him. Normally Hunter Legion builds are dead by now, but like considering that he's still alive, he must be doing something right. If he actually levels up and puts in another Scrappy, his Legion Commander will always have a Scrappy bonus, right? Oh, he actually took out the Shadow Shaman, I believe, for the Tinker there. So he got Scrappy bonus. Okay, cool. He's so close to having a Shadow Fiend 3-star as well, which could be really nice for him. I'm digging it. I'm digging this build, actually. I'm digging this build from Chris. This one is much more impressive. For sure, but he ran into the triple Storm Spirit Mage board that's annihilating him right now. All those disarms from the Storms. Too much. Too much for the Legion Commander to handle, and the Hunters also, since they all are reliant on doing physical damage and right-click damage. Abnecide also has a Vladimir's. He put it on his Clockwork. Normally you see Vlad's on like a range unit who sits in the second row, who doesn't move much. So like all your units can like fight around that Vladimir's, which is kind of important. But he's got it on the clock here. I'm guessing like a Razor Vlad's is not even that bad, to be honest. Or Tinker, he's got the Tinker in now. Okay, that's perfect Vlad's hero too. Or even the Draw Ranger, also a unit who's already providing aura, can just provide more aura. But like if your draw dies, it feels really bad since you're gonna have Vlads on it. And if people have Deadeye, the draw always gets focused on first. As of right now, there's no Gyrocopters. There's like everybody's in Scrappies right now. This is actually crazy. Nexus is the only one in Mages, and he's actually crushing these Scrappy boards at the moment with that. So that's pretty cool. That Caudle died instantly. Oh, there's the Gyrocopter. It looks like SwiftPanther has one as of right now. And he also has double snipers. So that's really hard to deal with at this stage in the game. So one of the weaknesses to spare boards is actually Deadeye, because they will just focus down like your 1-stars, unfortunately. But this round he only took 5 damage, so he's still in a decent shape. Yo, what's up, man? Hi, how's it going, man? So it looks like Chris has like he's got a very interesting positioning now. He's really trying to avoid the mage board with this kind of position. Normally people position like this only to avoid the spirits from delta slamming down the middle. You're about to sleep? Alright, thank you. Have a good night, man. Hi. Take care, bro. Happy you dropped by. So Abnecide fighting into PoutyPanda's Assassin, Hunter, Scrappy board. And Abnecide, to be honest, he's doing okay considering that he misclicked his Jewel. But this is the time, around the time of the game where he should start to fall off quite a bit. Let's look at Martini here. Martini does have he's got a gyro and he's got the Dusa already. That's very, very nice for him. Most of the scrappy players don't have them yet. So he's got that going for him. Now what he really needs is just to finish his Broodmother, because his Broodmother is eating up a lot on his bench at the moment. He finds another Dusa in the shop. Now is he gonna buy it and roll? He is. He's gonna hit the Timber 2-star. He's probably just gonna stop right there because he doesn't have any more gold to roll with and buy units afterwards. So he's got a pretty strong board. I think the Midas with the sniper is gonna help him a lot to recover some of his gold this game. If he didn't have Midas sniper, I think he'd be in a lot more trouble. But he's doing good. He's doing good. And Martini gonna destroy PoutyPanda's board completely. And PoutyPanda seems to be in a lot of trouble this game. He did really well last game, but it looks like this game he's not doing too hot. He's got a Moonshard on his Dusa. Now, if that's a 1-star Dusa, that's not a very good item to put on it because he's gonna die very quickly. I'd probably still put Lycan Moonshard this game because the Dusa just dies way, way too fast. I'm sure like a for example Maelstrom on Dusa will do so much more work since it will just keep proccing non-stop. Because if he fights into the Deadeye, the Dusa just dies fast and the Moonshard is like completely wasted, right? So that's really unfortunate. There's a nice target buddy there. What did he take? He took another Maelstrom instead. Oh wow, that's interesting. Normally when you play with Scrappies, when you get target buddy, it's like really good with Medusa because like what happens is the target buddy taunts the units and then the Dusa Stone Gaze is right after the taunt comes out normally if it's 2-star especially. And then you got like this chain lock of stuns coming out and then it's like really, really good. But he decides to opt for more damage in this situation instead of like survivability. The problem for PoutyPanda is very simple. Why he's dying is he doesn't have a sniper. Like he didn't find a single sniper this entire game. Like he's using Scrappies, I'm sorry, he's using Hunters and Scrappies with Lycan and Dusa. So without sniper, it really, really hurts a lot. But he did manage to find a Dusa 2 though, right? Wow, that's a big hit for him to hit the Dusa 2-star right here. Now it could be more interesting to use the Moonshard on the Dusa since it's already 2-starred. But we'll see where he goes from here. As we can see, the Lycan did do a lot of damage. It was actually his second highest DPSer, but yeah. Without Sniper, it feels super bad to play this. He's also not even playing his Gyrocopter in this build just because like he doesn't have a Sniper. It's not worth it for him. So Chris with his Legion build, somehow Chris is doing it. He's got Deadeye now though. Oh my god, Deadeye Legion Commander is one of like the worst situations because the Legion just keeps running back and forth through the fight and doesn't hit anything. But because he has a cloak on his Legion and he has so many carries, I wonder if that's actually a good thing because like it'll just make his Legion tank all the damage instead of actually dealing damage. So I'm just gonna take a look at this fight because this is actually gonna be very interesting what's gonna happen here. Oh, and Martini did hit the Legion 3, and as we can see, look at the Legion, the Brute 3, and look at the Legion Commander just running around in the fight. Does get the duel off on the Gyrocopter, which is really nice. Yeah, the Legion not really protecting his team actually all that well. This is actually way too funny watching a Legion Commander with Deadeye running around the board, pretty much doing nothing. But somehow still managed to do the highest DPS. And Martini gonna get that 5 win streak now with his Brood 3-star board. He's got a Refresher Orb on his Brood. Refresher Brood is like one of the most insane It's so insane, like, to have Refresher Brood. And he just got that Brood this turn too. So like Refresher Brood, the webs do stack. So like you can pretty much add up to like an 80% attack speed slow if you have 2 webs in the same area, which is such an insane utility spell. And at the same time, this Brood has 5,760 health with Scrappy bonus. And he's also got Dusa too now. So I actually think this is the best board out of everybody's at the moment. This Brood 3 board has to be the strongest. Look at that Dusa hit. It's so slow because of the webs. SwiftPanther at 13 health. Let's take a look here. Is he gonna die? He does have double snipers, so he is killing all the small health units. Now, the only way to counter like a Brood Mother with Refresher like this is to try and like split up your units the best you can, so the Brood doesn't like clump all the webs like in one area, right? Like if you're like cornering somewhere and the Brood Mother comes and throws a web on you, the game's over right there. Like your units can't attack, they can't move, they can't do anything. So like you have to make sure like your units are split up far enough that there's a chance the Brood might just throw a web on like one random unit that's sitting somewhere and doesn't hit your entire team. Yeah, Daniel, this is like Scrappy only games. People are playing for something and they want to win, so they will play Scrappies. Oh, that's a big Dusa ult here. PoutyPanda. Is he going to be able to make it? And there it is. There comes the NO ulti with the stuns, and then the Dusa still doing a lot of damage, but he actually still has Maelstrom on the Dusa. I'm not sure if that's still the best or not, or instead of Moonshard, but I mean, he thinks it's working for him, and he's actually going to win the round. So PoutyPanda doing alright for himself. Nope, he did not win. He lost by just the Golem being left alive. So Martini, 7 win streak this late into the game. Absolutely insane for him. So he's doing really good right now. Abnecide. Let's take a look at his board. He's got the Dusa 1 only. Oh, I heard an ace in the shop. What was it? Another Gyrocopter. Abnecide has 30 gold. He might consider going to level 10. Just gonna keep the units on the bench here. Martini also has 37 gold, so he might also be considering going to level 10 in 2 turns. Both of these guys are very happy with their state of the game because they got like over almost 30 health, and then they can just keep saving their gold, no problem. So this fight, Abnecide is doing super well. The Gyrocopter 2-star is just demolishing. So Martini is actually going to be in a little bit of a pickle now because he's going to lose a lot of health here. He's at 12 HP, and all of a sudden Martini in one-shot range. That is not what he wanted. He was saving a lot of gold, and he was thinking like he wanted to level to 10 2 turns from now, end of 2 turns from now. But now that Abnecide has put a big dent into Martini, he might have to change his game plan. Nexus picking up a Tombstone. That's really good tank for his mages. Chris took a Diffusal Blade. Martini took Refresher. PoutyPanda with the Tarrasque. And Abnecide took the Vesture. Wow. Okay. Interesting. I guess what Abnecide can do is, because he has a 1-star Dusa, I can put Vesture on like a Tinker, and that way the Dusa doesn't die from the Deadeye. I don't know. Maybe. But Nexus here, gonna put a Tombstone very far back into the corner here. We haven't taken a look at Nexus' board in a while, but it's kind of interesting. Nexus fighting into Abnecide, the top 1 board. This is not gonna be looking too hot for Nexus here. I think a lot of his spirits have already died because of... Oh, actually he's doing fine. His sniper is the only one left alive for Abnecide here. Nexus with the impressive mage board, and Nexus also going to take out PoutyPanda. PoutyPanda going to fall in 5th place here. So I thought he was going to do poorly because the storm died too fast, but that was completely fine, right? Like I thought the Deadeye was doing a lot of work, but he still had enough spirits left alive. And the Coddle is just like well protected, and the blast from Coddle was so good there. So Martini forced his way to level 8 without waiting, and now he lost actually to Chris's board. So Chris, still alive. Martini down to 4 health now. Abnecide here now has double gyrocopters. Took out the Dusa. Huh. Interesting. So he took out the Dusa because he feels he doesn't need the Hunter bonus anymore. He's just all in onto the gyrocopters. Now the Dusa disables was like kind of helping him, but I guess since he's fighting into Deadeye anyway, the Dusa doesn't matter. Right? Now Chris has a Troll Warlord with a Vladimir's. This is actually the funniest board ever right now. I have not seen a board like this. But he did take the gyrocopter out though. That's a good thing. And now the Legion Commander getting broken. Lost a lot of his HP but got it all back now. And the gyrocopter moving into the front line with the Vesture, trying to keep his teammates alive. And there's a Sanking stolen by Enthrall. That's a huge steal from the Enthrall, by the way. That's like one of the best steals he can get in this situation. Now, can that keep him alive? That is the question. One more stun from the Sanking might just do it. The Demon bonus, Martini gonna fall in 4th place. And the Demon bonus! The Demon bonus! It was a draw! Chris gonna live another turn! Chris, how in the world did this build make it this far? 45 kill Legion Commander using as a tank. Martini gonna die in 4th, so now it's all that's left is Nexus with the 6 mages and spirit combo. Abnecide with the epic double gyrocopter scrappy board with the 2-star Dusa now. Silver Edge, okay. So who is gonna dodge Nexus? That is the real question. Chris gonna fight into Nexus here. Let's take a look. Oh, Nexus is actually fighting his ghost. Okay, Chris is actually fighting Abnecide. Never mind. So let's take a look here. Chris versus Abnecide. That Alchemist gonna die super fast, but does get the Acid Cloud off. On the other side here, the Alchemist tanking up for Chris here. The gyrocopter moving up to the front line. Oh no, what a disaster. The gyrocopter getting stolen by the Enthrall. And that gyro has a Vesture on it. So if anything that's beside this gyro dies, it's gonna stay alive. And Abnecide is gonna lose to this board too. My goodness. But Abnecide is not yet dead though. He's still alive here. He's got 7 health left. He's got 7 health left. I feel like this Vesture is actually throwing. Because this gyrocopter keeps running up into the front line for him. Because the Vesture trying to save his teammates. So that's very weird. I definitely put the Silver Edge at this point on the gyro. So that whoever he hits is going to Deadeye. With the Deadeye is going to get broken, right? So we'll see. What does Abnecide find the shop? Nothing very important. So this is pretty much coming down to who's going to dodge Nexus. Because Nexus is looking like that unbeatable force here at the moment. He's got the most epic board. Oh, that storm. One of the storms has fallen here. He's got another spirit combo coming out. The gyrocopter on the other corner is gonna tank through it. And actually, never mind Nexus. It looks like he's gonna die here to Abnecide. But the last friendly fire might have killed off just enough units for Nexus to stay alive. And Chris, how did Chris do? Chris. Oh, the zombies were left alive. They beat the Enthrall in the end. And Chris only gonna take 3 damage. Chris is like a cockroach at this point in the game. Just staying alive with a sliver of health every single turn. This is such an epic game at the moment. Chris with the frontline Dusa to try and burn some mana. I like the move from Abnecide to move the other gyrocopter to the other side because it seems like all his damage was being clumped up in one spot. Gyro 3 even possible? Not sure. Probably not at this point in the game because the game is going to end in like 1 turn potentially. So here we go. Next versus Chris. That mana burn. Not going to do much in this situation. Is that Storm going to die? I mean, that Dusa going to die? No, it isn't. It dodges the Spirit combo. And actually, that Coddle just wiping out the rest of that board. And Chris gonna die in 3rd place. The Coomer is down. And Abnecide on the other side here. is actually doing just fine against Chris's Ghost. One v one Scrappies versus Spirit Mages. Who will come out ahead in this situation? That is the question. And there we have a Horn of the Alpha or a Bloodthorn or even an Aegis. Actually, all these are amazing items. And he's gonna go with the Horn of the Alpha for an extra unit. And Abnecide gonna go with... What did he take? Rapier. Please tell me he took a Rapier. What did he take? Moonshard? Oh, he took a Moonshard. Oh, what did he take, guys? Mechans? Why didn't he take Rapier? No, he didn't take the Rapier! I saw a Rapier. I saw it. I saw the Rapier. If he had Rapier just for his Gyrocopter, imagine. Imagine all these mages just melting in 2 hits. This is the last fight also. Nexus, 50 gold. He's gonna end the game with 50 gold. Is Nexus trying to BM Abnecide here? Trying to win with 50 gold, showing him that he does not need to roll for anything. The Spirit combo not doing enough. And the Gyrocopters and the Dusas are all alive. And it looks like Abnecide is gonna take the lobby. He's gonna win with his Jewel Scrappies. GG. Happy hour doing work. And there you have it. Nexus gonna die there. Nexus most definitely should have tried to roll and hit something by the end of that game.